Meeting is officially called to order. As a courtesy to others, please silence all electronic devices during this meeting. Citizens desiring to speak under Hear the Audience shall submit a request card to my right to our city clerk. We'll proceed with a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Alvarez.
Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We will now move on to proclamations and special presentations. We'll move right on into 3A, swearing in of 9 new police officers. Chief Broadway.
Yes, good evening, Mayor, Commissioners, City Management. Thank you for the opportunity. We are excited to swear in 9 new police officers who are ready to serve and protect this community and ready to serve with our core values of courage, honor, integrity, excellence, and service above self. I would also be remiss without thanking our recruiting division, who do a very proactive, exemplary job in recruiting the top candidates, top applicants to represent the city and represent such an honorable and noble profession. I just want to thank them audibly as well. So without further ado, I will have the Assistant Chief McGinley do the introductions.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We're going to have first Officer Gabriel Gonzalez, the sponsor. Officer Gonzalez graduated from Valencia College Academy on August 2025. Officer Ray Rivera. Officer Ray Rivera is a United States Army veteran and graduated from OTEC July 23rd, 2026. Miguel or Danita. He's a current Army Reserve and graduated from OTEC July 23rd, 2026. Elijah Miller. Officer Elijah Miller graduated from OTEC on July 23rd, 2026. Officer Julius Rivera. Officer Rivera graduated from OTEC on July 23rd, 2026. Officer Armadeep Singh. Officer Singh graduated from OTEC on July 23rd, 2026. Officer Benjamin Ward. Officer Ward graduated from OTEC July 23rd, 2026. Officer Joshua Rivera. Officer Rivera graduated from OTEC on July 23rd, 2026. And Officer Geico Gomez. Officer Gomez graduated from OTEC on July 23rd, 2026. If we could have their sponsors step up.
So families.
After me. I state your name.
I, Hector Gomez.
I, Joshua Rivera. I, Benjamin Ward. I, Amardeep Singh.
Julius Rivera.
Elijah Miller. Miguel Ordaneta.
William Rivera. Gabriel Rodriguez.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear or affirm.
I will support, protect, and defend.
I will support, protect, and defend.
The Constitution and government.
The Constitution and government.
Of the United States.
Of the United States.
And the state of Florida.
And the state of Florida.
I am duly qualified.
I am duly qualified.
To hold office.
To hold office.
Under the Constitution.
Under the Constitution.
And I will well.
And I will well.
And faithfully perform.
and faithfully perform
my duties
of
police officer
police officer
for the Kissimmee Police Department,
for the Kissimmee Police Department,
for which I am about to enter.
for which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Congratulations.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Congratulations.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Safe. God bless.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Thank you all. As they exit, we will proceed with presentation of Retirement Watch to Accreditation and Public Education Manager, John Rooney, City Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Will Mr. John Rooney please approach the Commission, and Madam Mayor, if you would join me in honoring Mr. Rooney?
Sure thing.
Supplemental. All right.
Okay, good. So I whispered to John here that we were going to say a few words so that he wasn't going to get out of here unscathed. But John is our accreditation and public education coordinator for the fire department. He's been with us for over 20 years. Started as a training coordinator, worked his way up to a logistics manager, and for the last, 5 years, has been working on our accreditation and public education for the fire department. He played a pivotal role in ensuring that the fire department achieved international accreditation, one of the few departments in the state of Florida to achieve that honor. But more importantly, John is known as a force in the department for all that is good. John went out of his way to help fellow employees of the fire department, consistently goes out of his way to help members of the public to understand what it means to be safe and to employ good safety in fire events. And John, it's going to be sad to be here in the future without you here. So on behalf of our city employees, I want to thank you for everything that you've done and wish you all the best in your retirement. Thank you very much.
I have a couple words, not too many, but I really appreciate this. This is truly an honor to get recognized like this. It is hard to believe that after more than 50 years in the fire service, I was a firefighter before my 20 years here, that it is time to retire. This will be my third and final retirement, no more after this. But Kissimmee has always really been a special part of my life for the last 20 years, and I've worked with so many incredible people. I'm extremely proud of what we have accomplished together. I want to thank the City Commission, the City Manager, the Fire Chief, the firefighters, and so many more for everything they've done for me, with me, for their support, their friendship, and all the great memories. Thank you very much again, and it has been an honor to serve.
Thank you. We'll now move on to public hearings. First and second readings. 4A, public hearing, second and final reading. Madam Clerk, would you read this into the record?
An ordinance amending Ordinance 3130, known as the Ordinance Adopting the Comprehensive Development Plan for the City of Kissimmee, Florida, under the authority of Florida Statute 163.3184, directing the City Manager to amend the Comprehensive Land Use Plan as here is provided after the passage of this ordinance, providing for a public hearing as required by law, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing an effective date.
Thank you. Staff to explain.
Yes, I'm Ryan Altizer, Senior Planner with Development Services, and before you is a recommendation of approval of a future land use map amendment to change the future land use map designation from single-family low-density residential to conservation on approximately 157.31 acres of land. This land use change was seen by the Commission at their June 2nd meeting and was voted unanimously to move forward to the state expedited review. The state departments reviewed this land use change and concluded that it could move forward to the second reading. This project is directly tied to ZMA 2512, which you will see shortly after this, and also associated with LUPA 25.2 and ZMA 25.4, which you approved at that June 2nd meeting as well. The change in the future land use map amendments to change the 157 acres of land from single-family low density to conservation is consistent with the policies and objectives seen in the comprehensive plan, as well as with the Land Development Code. The recommendation is for approval of the final reading of the proposed ordinance 2608. The Development Review Committee recommended approval on February 3rd. The Planning Advisory Board recommended approval by unanimous vote at their March 18th, 2026 meeting. The City Commission unanimously approved the first reading and the request for the expedited state review of the future land use map amendment at their June 2nd meeting, and the Florida Department of Commerce approved the expedited state review with no comments on July 13th. Thank you.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. Do any members of the public wish to speak on this item? Hearing none, do any of the commissioners have a conflict of interest to declare?
No, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Hearing none, we will now allow for discussion. Any discussion items on this?
No discussion.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the second and final reading of proposed ordinance 26-08?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Alvarez, second by Commissioner Martinez. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, I'm sorry, this is a roll call.
This is roll call to adopt Ordinance 3141, a land use map amendment for Hoagland Road. Commissioner Ortiz?
Aye.
Commissioner Edie?
Aye.
Commissioner Alvarez?
Aye.
Commissioner Martinez?
Aye.
Mayor Espinosa?
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We'll move on to 4B, public hearing, second and final reading of the proposed ordinance 26-09. Madam Clerk, would you kindly read this into the record?
An ordinance amending Ordinance 3129, known as the City of Kissimmee's Land Development Code, rezoning the property hereinafter described, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing an effective date.
This is a public, I'm sorry, we do now have, present again? Thank you.
Yes, City Commissioners, before you is a recommendation of approval of a zoning map amendment to change the zoning map designation from short-term rental plan use development and mixed-use plan unit development to agricultural conservation on approximately 79.51 acres of land. Currently, these parcels are vacant. This project is directly tied to the last future land use you just heard from and approved, as well as LUPA 25-2 and ZMA 25-4. In 1998 and 1999, the southern parcel was rezoned to the Cumbrian Lakes Resort Plan Unit Development. In 1999, the northern parcel was rezoned to the Liberty Village Short-Term Rental PUD, from agricultural zoning through Ordinance 9922. Both of these plan unit developments were rezoned through a preliminary plat associated with the PUD rezonings. This change in the zoning map amendment for 79.51 acres of land from the short-term rental plan unit development and mixed-use plan unit development to agricultural conservation is consistent with the policies and objectives in the comprehensive plan and the land development code. This zoning map amendment would help to prevent any new development on these parcels, ensuring that the PUDs cannot be amended, which help to preserve the wetlands and natural resources of the area. The properties also sit within the Conservation Overlay District. The request is for approval with the Development Review Committee recommending approval on February 3rd, and then the Planning Advisory Board recommending approval by a unanimous vote at their March 18th, 2026 meeting. Thank you.
Thank you for your explanation. This is a public hearing. Do any members of the public wish to speak on this specific matter? Hearing none, does any commissioner here have a conflict of interest to declare on this?
No, Madam Mayor.
No.
Thank you. Discussion, commissioners?
No.
None.
Hearing none, I'll move to have a motion to approve the second and final reading of proposed ordinance 26-09.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Alvarez, second by Commissioner Martinez. This is a roll call.
This is roll call to adopt Ordinance 3142, a zoning map amendment for Hoagland Road. Commissioner Edie?
Aye.
Commissioner Alvarez?
Aye.
Commissioner Martinez?
Aye.
Commissioner Ortiz?
Aye.
Mayor Espinosa?
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. 4C, public hearing, second and final reading, proposed ordinance 26-12, criteria for commercial vehicle in residential district. City Clerk?
An ordinance amending the code of the City of Kissimmee, Florida's Code of Ordinance Titles, updating criteria for commercial vehicles in residential districts, Chapter 42 through 67, adding heavy commercial vehicles, Chapter 42 through 68, adding gross vehicle weight rating, and Chapter 42 through 69, adding gross vehicle weight rating, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing an effective date.
Good evening, Commission. Douglas Etheridge with Development Services. Tonight is a second and final reading for an ordinance change to change the gross vehicle weight rating from 8,000 to 10,000 in rating. In addition to that, we're also changing the definition to include the total weight of the vehicle, including the vehicle itself, passengers, cargo, fuel, and additional equipment. After review of this, staff recommends approval of this request.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. Do any members of the public wish to speak on this item? Ma'am, your name and address for the record, please. You'll get 3 minutes, at which time the microphone will turn off. Thank you.
Claudia Zucco, 1342 Stallone Court, Kissimmee, Florida, 34744. Given the deplorable state of our residential roads and the lack of funding for those roads, adding more weight will only add a burden to residents. It will decrease what is already a steadily falling property value. We need to maintain some level of decency and residential, not commercialization of our homes. The facts are that these vehicles block sidewalks, they impede the right-of-way, And while they may serve the business person, they do not serve the resident or those homeowners whose property values will continue to decrease. We have these codes to ensure that our roads are well maintained and can substantially hold up to the traffic that you are placing on them, a traffic burden that is already overburdening our roads. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other individual wants to speak on this? Hearing none. Do any of the commissioners have a conflict of interest to declare on here?
No, ma'am.
Thank you. Discussion, commissioners. Hearing none, do I have a motion to approve the second and final reading for the proposed ordinance 26-12?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martinez, second by Commissioner Edie. Roll call, please.
This is roll call to adopt ordinance 3143, commercial vehicles in residential districts. Commissioner Alvarez? Commissioner
Aye.
Alvarez? Commissioner Martinez?
Aye.
Commissioner Ortiz?
Aye.
Commissioner Edie?
Aye.
Mayor Espinosa?
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. We'll move on to public hearing, final reading, proposed ordinance 26-16, amending the zoning map designation for multiple family medium density residential RC2 to residential planned unit development. Fortune Road, zoning map amendments PUD 26-003. City Clerk.
An ordinance amending ordinance 3129, known as the City of Kissimmee's Land Development Code, rezoning the property hereinafter described, repealing all ordinances in conflict herewith, and providing an effective date.
All right, Commissioners, before you is a recommendation of approval of a zoning map amendment to change the zoning map designation from multifamily medium-density residential to residential plan unit development on approximately 52.59 acres of land. Currently, this parcel has one existing agricultural building on it that is proposed to be demolished with the construction of the proposed residential PUD. In 2006, the parcel was rezoned from agricultural to mixed-use plan unit development. Later in 2022, the MUPUD was rezoned to multiple family medium density residential to bring it back into the city's land development code. In 2025, the parcel was rezoned to multiple family medium density residential to ensure more flexibility that could facilitate reduced building coverage, which provides additional space for recreational amenities and stormwater management by allowing a greater height allowance. This residential plan unit development does not change the density, the number of residential units that would be allowed on the parcel. In fact, currently, as the property is now, the allowed density is 1,051 units. This PUD caps the maximum allowed density of the land to 948 units. Instead, this RPUD gives more flexibility to the developer in terms of development standards. The PUD standards proposed that stray from the LDC are intended to preserve the Bass Slough corridor through western boundary and to create different regulations for the open space requirements. We found that this is compliant with our land development code and with the comprehensive plan, and we are requesting approval. The Development Review Committee recommended approval on June 2nd, and the Planning Advisory Board recommended approval with a vote of 5-1 at their July 15, 2026 meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. This is a public hearing. Do any members of the public wish to speak on this item? Hearing none, do any commissioners have a conflict of interest to declare on this?
No.
Any discussion?
No.
Do I have a motion to approve a second and final reading of proposed ordinance 26-16?
Make motion to approve.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Martinez, second by Commissioner Edie. Roll call, please.
This is roll call to adopt ordinance 3144, zoning map amendment for Fortune Road. Commissioner Martinez?
Aye.
Commissioner Ortiz?
Aye.
Commissioner Edie?
Aye.
Commissioner Alvarez?
Aye.
Mayor Espinosa?
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. Move on to 4E, public hearing, second and final reading, the proposed ordinance 26-19, requesting the repeal of the Pain Management Establishment and Pharmacies Ordinance. City Clerk.
An ordinance repealing the Code of Ordinances of the City of Kissimmee, Florida, Chapter 10, Businesses and Business Regulations, Article 8, Pain Management Establishments and Pharmacies, Divisions 1 through 4, Sections 10 through 406 through 10 through 407, and providing an effective date.
Madam Mayor, Commissioners, City Staff, Mike Tilton, Special Operations Division, Captain of the Kissimmee Police Department. This ordinance has actually been superseded by state law. All pharmacies now have a requirement to report to the state the sale and also prescription of scheduled narcotics. At the time that this was created, that database did not exist. So since then, we're actually duplicating efforts on smaller businesses when larger businesses like Walgreens or CVS didn't have to go through that requirement. So basically, the operational necessity of this ordinance does not exist anymore. So after conjunction and conversation with developmental services along with legal, we feel that the ordinance no longer is needed and can be repealed.
Thank you. Thank you for that explanation. I don't have any members of the public that have filled out a card. Anyone want to comment on this? Hearing none, do any commissioners have a conflict of interest to declare?
No.
No, ma'am.
Any discussion, commissioners?
No, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Hearing none, motion to approve the second and final reading of proposed ordinance 26-19.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Edie, second by Commissioner Martinez. Roll call, please.
This is roll call to adopt ordinance 3145, repealing pain management establishments and pharmacies. Commissioner Ortiz?
Aye.
Commissioner Edie?
Aye.
Commissioner Alvarez?
Aye.
Commissioner Martinez?
Aye.
Mayor Espinosa?
Aye.
The motion carries 5-0.
Thank you. We move on to item number 5, which is public hearings. Having none, we'll move right on to hear the audience, number 6. We have several cards here. We'll start with Stephanie Nielsen. Ms. Stephanie, you have 3 minutes. State your name and address, please, for the records. 3 minutes. The microphone will turn off. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Stephanie Nelson, 1715 Sunny Street, Kissimmee. I'm here. I want to say, to be very clear, accepting the articles of impeachment is not about declaring anyone guilty. It is about showing the process to move forward so the facts can be examined fairly and publicly. No elected official is above the law, and no elected official should be above accountability. The concerns before this commission include allegations of retaliation and the censoring of constituents, issues that should be never be dismissed or swept aside. Constituents have a right to speak, to question our government, and to participate in the public process without fear of retaliation. This is our building. The people paid for it. The people pay the checks. The people elected you, and the people have the power to elect you out. Accepting these articles gives everyone an opportunity to be heard and allows the mayor to defend herself and prove that these allegations are wrong. If the evidence shows that she is right, then let the process establish that. But we cannot know the truth if we refuse to examine it. This is bigger than personalities, is bigger than politics. It is about the principle that no elected official is above the accountability and no constituent should ever be afraid to speak to their government. Do the right thing, accept the articles, let the process work, let the evidence speak, because this is our government, our building, our voice, and ultimately our vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Lillian Evans. Name and address, please, for the record.
Lillian Evans, 1715 Sunny Street. I had a longer speech to say, but it is what it is. The matter ends tonight because the commission refuses to allow established process to move forward. Then you need to understand what message this sends to the public for the people that voted her. You will have made a mockery of accountability in this chamber. At this point, I have absolutely no confidence in this commission ability to handle serious matters fairly. The best interests of the people you were elected to represent. You cannot continue asking residents to respect this institution while making decisions that cause them to lose faith in it. If the commission cannot properly address allegations involving one of its highest elected officials, then I believe outside authorities, including the governor which I will be seeing, should closely review what is happening now. The bigger than one mayor. This is about whether this commission can be trusted to govern. Your credibility is on the line. The public is watching. We will remember what happened in this room tonight. And I can't say much about it. You know, I mean, I know you people, some of you people on the board are afraid of the mayor. I'm just happen to be not one of them. And I will stand and keep fighting if it takes me another year. I have ethics that I have meetings with. So I will see the mayor on the 28th of this month at 10 a.m. in Tallahassee. And another thing that I had brought up to another board, you all sit there, like you, Miss Mayor, I don't even want to say Miss Mayor, you, Jackie, will sit there while somebody is speaking about you, put your head down, have your little glass of water, and just hold your glass and don't say anything. Does anybody have anything to say? Because every time any of us come here and say anything, y'all just say, okay, next. Why? Why don't you guys respond from what people have to say? That's what I'm concerned about. You sit there, you use our taxpayer money, every last one of us that sit here, you use our money to sit there and just listen? Is that what you're there for? And I don't want to hear you say, well, you can meet us, blah, 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 blah. So does anything have anything to say before it ends?
Thank you. Your time is up. Mr. Ruben Anderson, you're up next. Thank you.
My name is Ruben Anderson. I live at 110 Lakeview Drive here in Kissimmee, Florida. I don't have... Can you hear me now? You speak in the mic? How's that? I don't have anything negative to say. My feelings are just hurt. I saw them paint over a mural, and my feelings are really, really hurt with the iconic mural of a cowboy. This is Cowtown. And every country I go to, whether I'm in Puerto Rico to see the Cathedral Basilia, or around the corner, the governor's home, or the princes, that, you know, all I see is history. If I'm down at the Alamo, all I see is history. And I just want to let everybody know that my feeling was really hurt. In 1933, we built that airport out there. We didn't really build it to 1940. 1941, the United States Army took over it because they wanted an airfield for their pilots to learn how to fly planes. That's history. Makeson Hardware, that's history. First National Bank in Kissimmee, that's history. The old movie theater right along the street, that's history. The fire station we had over here, which has been torn down, that's history. The junior high school we had over here, Osceola Senior High School, that's history. And I'm just afraid, I'm just saying, can we please think about keeping iconic buildings? And here, I know you had a contract, I know the contract, 2 years and all that kind of good stuff, but a mural art is very important to us. I teach art. When I teach it in my school, I take it from the textbook and I take them to live history where they can understand. And that's why my kids do so well in my classes, because I take it out of the textbook and bring it in the classroom. I brought a jacket in that my daddy wore, that his daddy wore when he was in Mississippi. And I brought that jacket, and that same jacket, the kids saw that, said, "These people wear those kind of clothes?" I said, "Yes, they do." And I brought mine in. And so I'm just saying my feelings was really hurt. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Appreciate you. All right, we have no further public comments. We'll close out that section. We will move on to Ms. Zuko. You had one card. Do you want to speak up on something else? Please.
Do I have to restate my identity?
Yes, just for the record.
Claudia
please,
Zuko, 1342 Stallone Court, Kissimmee, Florida, 34744. Transparency. Seems to be lacking. We don't have any course or direction set because we lack a moral compass. I have said this for years. That is how we ended up with the culture of cover-up. Far too often, far too many of you are silent. You acquiesce because you don't want to lose your job. Well, it's a part-time job for most of you anyway. Your hearts really aren't in it half the time that you're here. Unless, of course, there's something in it for you. Well, then we have all the time in the world for you, don't we? Because if it's not about you, then what is it? Because last time I checked, it's supposed to be about we, the people that you represent. Not you, the powerful, the rich, the arrogant, and dismissive. I say don't cry for Jackie Kissimmee. I don't. I cry for all of us who are being left behind by the indifference shown by some of you here tonight. The law in Florida is clear, and I am glad that matter will be addressed in the very near future. I cannot wait to hear how a woman who acted as her own agent somehow failed to notice the fact that her name is missing off of the application, or that her husbands and daughters should have been there in her stead. The only consistent individual I see on your business was your daughter. You consistently say it's your daughter's business. Contradictions, contrary statements, admissions to the direct and indirect gain. You're right. These are laws. They are legal matters. And your lack of oversight is overwhelmingly apparent tonight. Shame, shame, shame. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Zuko. We will now move on to the consent agenda. Does any commissioner have a conflict of interest to declare on any of the items on the consent agenda?
No.
No? Thank you. Do you have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve?
Thank you. Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Martinez, second by Commissioner Alvarez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Sir? Motion carries unanimously. No discussion items. We'll move right on to hear city officials. City Manager.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Commissioners, just a heads up that we're having a Parks and Recreation open house on Saturday, August 22nd from 11 to 2 at Oak Street Park Community Center. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. City Attorney.
Nothing this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioners, we'll start with Commissioner Martinez.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I appreciate the opportunity to follow what was due process, and I'm very disappointed with the outcome of it, but it doesn't matter because it already passed. But thank you all for being here and your voices were heard. I heard you loud and clear. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Commissioner Alvarez.
I have anything, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Commissioner Ortiz.
I don't have anything to say.
Thank you. Commissioner Edie.
I have nothing, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. I do have a couple of comments. First of all, I want to thank God because he has been alongside and above this because, you know, God is in the details. Second, I want to give the gratitude to my family who has endured all of this, and a special thank you to my legal team. That's simply amazing. Yes, thank you. I also want to close with one thought. Thank you for everyone that's gone out and voted and exercised their their civic duty. Thank you. Your voice matters. Your voice changes things, so thank you. And I want to explain something. This entire moment, we saw a lot of hate, yet we saw a lot of love. And I like to say that the greatest of all is love. And I'm going to say the only thing stronger than hate is love. So I just want everyone to continue sharing that love in this community, because this community is resilient, it's vibrant, and I believe in it. Thank you all for the opportunity. And commissioners, thank you all for exercising your voice. Commissioner Alvarez, Commissioner Ortiz, thank you. Appreciate it. Now, I will call for a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Martinez, second by Commissioner Edie. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.